Lo mismo en los dos, hasta enseña. Pay me, cause ya llegó la mexicana, la mera la nena, que todos pensaban nada was ever gonna happen and they wanted to fall off. But back up, eso no se acaba. Tengo con cholos en un tempada. Las reinas del reino, Beatriz, Adriana. Yo represento la comunidad que está cansada de raperos que no saben rapear, que solamente con sus joyas se saben brillar, que no tienen estrella propia y solo saben copiar. Con su dinero de papá, que con su bla 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 siempre. Y raperas que me conocen me están tirando sal, pero Visa dijo que le meta so I got good and plenty and no.
Welcome, folks, to what promise. To be a great Tuesday night of the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. It's the Los Angeles Clippers facing the Houston Rockets. To the paint, here's Olajuwon. Good work there as it goes.
And that's just too deep. Olajuwon with way too many moves in there, almost automatic.
George with no one around.
For three.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple. And Kevin, lots of standing around and watching by the defense that time.
And he makes them pay, doesn't he, Greg, huh, with that emphatic slam.
You know, but at this level, almost any guy can throw it down on you if you leave him wide open.
Now Smith. Paul George missing from long range. Olajuwon, no luck.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's George.
Oh, that was the price of admission.
You know, Paul George with the absolute tight handle, able to navigate through traffic. That's ridiculous.
And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. Pass to Covington. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Don't you love it when you've got a small forward who can pass the basketball just like Paul George did there? Makes it look easy.
And now it's running. Here we go. All the way.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Tipped away. Covington with the steal.
2 turnovers already in just the first few minutes. Clearly a bit careless. They need him to refocus. The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
We are talking about length and activity of Mr. Robert Covington. You want to know why coaches love his defensive presence? It's right there for you.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, night in and night out, sometimes it's a battle of runs. Who has the most?
Pass to Olajuwon. To end the run. Nice move. Here's Bullard. And then Olajuwon with the dunk.
I mean, I hope you can appreciate the torque that kind of move generates. He just has that natural explosiveness. The dream is something to behold.
Here's Covington. Leonard looking over the floor. And there's the drive. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Covington.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Pass to Olajuwon. And it's Olajuwon with the jam.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Rockets trailed by 11. Here's Olajuwon. Pass to Bullard. Hakeem Olajuwon again. Olajuwon's got 10 points in the game.
Well, I'm telling you, this guy is doing everything he can to get them where they want to be. He's been on a mission in this period.
Outside for Batum. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. He's got 5.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
Here's Olajuwon. And Covington sends it back.
This guy is such a lengthy wing defender. Robert Covington doing work defensively.
Nick Batum.
Batum, good.
3.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
All by himself, trying to step up. He's got to be frustrated with the miss.
And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Shoots from the corner. Again, Los Angeles.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
His second personal foul.
Clearly a foul.
Second team foul.
The Rockets shooting their first free throws of the game right now. And Olajuwon drops them both. And that's Hakeem with the steal. And so it's Los Angeles. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
They've set the first half tone by getting out on the fast break and getting the defenders on their heels.
Yeah, and I think the other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've gotten off turnovers.
Now, here's Leonard. Over in the corner, Batum. Clippers moving the ball around. Clock at 6. Leonard draws the double. From deep, George bangs home the trifecta. George has got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Clippers. Here's Olajuwon. And it's Olajuwon with the jam.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Morris Sr.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, mid-range jumpers are something of a lost art these days. But they're still practiced by superstars like Kawhi Leonard. Coach Ty Lue said, why not work on the shots that teams are giving up? Down the stretch, mid-range shots win games. Playoffs, too. If you shoot it at a high clip, it's just as good as a 3 for me. Guys?
And they do shoot it at a good clip, and they rely on it quite a bit. David, thank you. Outside for Batum. Wide open look. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Assisted by.
And that's now 10 points for Batum.
Well, Kawhi Leonard's passing skills have developed over the years, and if you give him that much attention, he'll find his teammates.
Olajuwon's shot is good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Olajuwon grabs the miss.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
It's rebounded by Leonard. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. It's good. George has got 10 points.
To Houston.
The speed in transition. Paul George is dynamic in space.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
And sometimes from the outside, not always clear what led a coach to call for a timeout.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
Finished off the break.
Marcus Morris Sr.
He's got 7.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Olajuwon. He's got 22. And the layup's good off the glass. Olajuwon's got 24 points.
I'll tell you, what a night. He has been efficient. He's been strong. Unfortunately, they're still fighting an uphill battle.
Paul George.
And it's George finishing it off.
Well, you love how Paul George finishes on the drive. That is a powerful dunker right there.
Offensive rebound.
Remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Another shot. Bucket is good, and Hakeem has a chance for one more.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
First team foul.
Hakeem at the line, a 71% free throw shooter in his career. Los Angeles leading by 14. Over in the corner, Batum to the middle. A nice shot by George. George has got 9 points in the quarter.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Here's Olajuwon. Banked in off the glass.
Well, they're not behind because of this guy. He is putting on a tremendous run.
This one for 3. Rockets with the rebound. 1:15 left to play here in the second quarter. Lays it up off the glass. Olajuwon's got 31 points.
He's shooting the lights out down the stretch, trying to keep them competitive.
Paul George.
And it's George finishing it off.
And when Paul George has this kind of rhythm and pace to his game, you simply want the ball in his hands as much as possible.
Ellie. That one doesn't drop. Great D that time from Leonard. Here's Olajuwon. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Olajuwon's got 33. Outside for Batum. Outside Leonard. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Well, you're working the two-man game with Kawhi Leonard as your primary target. That's the first guy you need to stop.
Now, here is Olajuwon. 33 points for him. And it's Olajuwon with the jam.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. Batum, good.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
And it's Olajuwon with the jam.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We'll return shortly. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be.
You've got to be prepared on the catch to release quickly, and Paul George does that as well as anyone in the league.
Olajuwon inside. And it's Olajuwon with the jam.
Amazing individual performance, but you'd like to see more guys start to get involved. I don't know if he can do it alone.
Outside for Batum. That ball's nice speed that time from George. Batum's got 15.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Now here's Leonard. 9 points in the game so far.
There's just so much force that Kawhi plays with. It is what allows him to rise up and put it down with authority.
Pass to Olajuwon. That one misses. Good D by Covington. Clippers leading by 15. George looking over the floor. Outside Covington. And another three for the Clippers.
3 points.
Great play calling, great execution, leads to 4 for 4 to start this half.
Inside. Pass to Ori. Back to Olajuwon. Shoots it. Second shot opportunity. And he lays it up and in. Olajuwon's got 43 points.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Down low. Here's Covington. And the dunk by Covington.
Assist goes to.
Well, you have to love an authoritative finish, and Mr. Covington leaves no doubt.
And some nice passing there by Houston. Pass to Ellie. Olajuwon inside. 43 points in the game. And Covington sends it back. Outside Leonard. Over in the corner, Batum. The three. They get it again. Here's the three. The shot misses. It's drilled by 18. Here's Smith. Pass to Olajuwon. Leonard with the steal. Over in the corner, Batum. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Batum's got 17.
Well, primarily known as a scorer, Kawhi Leonard using his playmaking skills to set up his teammates there.
And the basket by Olajuwon. Olajuwon's got 45 points.
He is just self-willing, this team right now, doing everything he can to keep them alive.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Paul George has taken some heat in recent years. He says people get so caught up in what other folks think. I'm Paul George. I don't care to be anybody else. I am who I am. You love it or you don't. Simple as that. Guys, with his play on the floor, he has answered all of his critics.
He is certainly playing at an elite level. EA, thank you. Batum wide open. He fires. Good on the triple. Batum's got 20.
3-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points.
Robert Covington.
Covington with the bucket.
For 3.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Pass to Olajuwon. Can they get it? Puts the move on. Goes back up. And oh, what a play. He just palms the block. Nobody near Leonard. What a play. He simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Yeah, now they are firing on all cylinders. That shot puts 3 more onto their lead as we head to the 4th.
And at the end of the 3rd quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Los Angeles on top, running away with this one. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
L.A. ball.
And here's George. Pass to Leonard. Shoots the three.
Kawhi Leonard.
And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Olajuwon with it. Crafty move. And that's 2 points on the layup. Olajuwon's got 47 points.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Lets the three fly. And Marcus Morris with the three.
How about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Here's Olajuwon. Second chance shot. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort. Olajuwon's got 49 points in the game. Leonard attacking. Wide open. And it's the Clippers scoring again.
Assist from.
Well, guys, Kawhi may not have averaged 20 points per game until his 5th season, but now it happens with regularity.
Pass to Olajuwon. Break player movement is always a constant in the NBA, but with more players on the move every year, the power balance can shift in the blink of an eye.
And we've seen it with the Lakers, right? Just a few years ago. The Nets and a few others. Not everyone, though, loves it, but it sure keeps things interesting.
And so here are the Clippers. It's stolen by Smith. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Leonard with the steal. Outside for George. Back to Leonard. It's intercepted. And it's Houston on the break. Smith with the ball. Houston moving it around. And so Houston again turning it over.
L.A. ball.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Pass to George. Now here's Leonard. And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
L.A. ball.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
Yeah, and something else that served them well are all the turnovers they've caused and the points that have come along with those.
To the left side wing.
Marcus Morris Sr.
And Marcus Morris good for 3.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
2 minutes from.
Here's Olajuwon. It's good, the assist that time from Smith.
Hakeem
Olajuwon's got 52 points.
That's an assist.
What a great shooting performance. His percentage is outstanding.
Batum for 3. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
3 points.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And that's the rub. I mean, as good as Olajuwon is on the block, he can be equally as effective from mid-range. And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
And that's a good shot for him. He can shoot it over almost anyone.
You want that mid-range game in your arsenal. You can't just be about threes and dunks. Sometimes this is a key shot.
Olajuwon with him. Now Covington defending.
Houston foul.
And Greg, you were a hard-nosed
Hakeem
defender.
Olajuwon.
Would you be frustrated
That's
by
his
what they're
first
calling a
personal
foul
foul.
today?
You know, I would based on how I played, but if you grew up in this era, this is just the way the game is, and you have to adapt and adjust, and that's what you're seeing with the players. Guys can defend it every bit as good as they ever have. In fact, I would argue they're better defensively today because they're not allowed to grab and hold. So the league is focused on offense. The fans seem to love it, but at the end of the day, you still got to get after it defensively.
Here's Olajuwon. Pass to Smith. Wants to get it to Olajuwon and does.
That's a 3-second
And too much
violation.
time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. Out left of the wing. Took him no time at all on that one.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Ori. Back to Olajuwon. And it's rebounded by
Houston
Covington.
foul.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
That's his second personal foul.
Free throw drops for
Second
Covington.
team foul.
What's incredible to me about Robert Covington
Shooting
is
for
he
LA.
enters the league and earns playing time on the defensive end. And he knows that's what's going to ultimately define him. But he has worked so hard to become a shooter, a legit threat from the perimeter. Love that this guy has carved out a career.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge,